Hey there guys, welcome to the next tutorial here on the channel. We're going to be making a duct tape purse today, and I did film a tutorial on how to make a purse a long time ago on the channel, but it was kind of like a really small pouch and it didn't really look anything like a purse. So we're going to be making a 3D purse as you can see here in this tutorial. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Let's get started here on making a duct tape purse just like this one. Alright, so let's get started here on our first step. We're going to be making the frame of the purse first, and to do that we're going to cut out several strips that are 9 inches long. I have these 3 here just to give you an idea of how to get started, and we're using the denim tape, and we're just going to stick our first 2 directly on top of each other just like that. Take our third one, stick it right here, overlapping a little bit. And you're going to take several more 9-inch strips and you're going to keep applying them back and forth to make a duct tape sheet that's going to be 6.5 inches high. So it's going to be roughly from about this point down to this line about here. So take the time to cut out a bunch of 9-inch strips and then apply them to make a sheet that's 6.5 inches high. And then get used to doing that because we're going to be making a second one. So do that step right now. So here's our sheet, 6.5 inches high, 9 inches long, and like I said before, you're going to take a whole bunch more strips and you're going to make an exact duplicate of that sheet. And basically what this is going to be is our back piece for our purse and the front piece. Now we got to work on the sides and the bottom piece to make the cube which is going to serve for our purse. So we'll work on those steps now. So using that exact same method of cutting out the strips and then overlapping them to form a sheet, we're going to cut out 4 more strips that are 9 inches long and apply them so that they have a height of 3 3/4 inches long. You should be able to do that with just 4 strips here, and that's going to serve as the bottom of the purse. I'll give you guys an idea of what it's going to look like. So that's going to be the bottom right under there. And then what you're going to do is cut out 4 strips that are 6.5 inches long, and that's this length here, that are also 3 3/4 inches high. And those are going to serve as the side pieces here. And obviously you're going to cut out 2 of them, so I have the second one back here. So hopefully this gives you guys an idea of how the cube is going to shape up. Now we have to take a alternating color. I would suggest you do an alternating color so it'll look really nice, and we're going to connect all the pieces of the cube to make the entire cube and leave the top part open for the flap that we're going to make. So let's work on connecting all these pieces right now. So now let's connect the bottom of the purse here. I have my big sheet up here and I have 2 of the pink strips here. Pink is a good contrasting color against the denim here. This is going to be the bottom of the purse, and I'm going to take my first 9-inch strip, which is pink, as you can see, put roughly exactly half of it on this sheet here, and you want to go for pretty exact because that means that it'll be even when you look at the purse from a distance. You're going to fold the rest of it back around the back like this and just stick it down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our second pink strip here and make sure it doesn't get too stuck down, and we're going to connect it right here. So when we fold these 2 up, we're going to have pretty much the major part of the purse. So connect it right here on the bottom and then move on to our next step. So this is what our purse looks like now. It's connected on the bottom. Now we just have to connect the sides in 3 different places, the 2 sides and the bottom piece. So what we're going to do here is take a strip that's 6.5 inches long, which is the height of this piece here, put it exactly halfway on the strip that you're making. And we're going to flip the purse all the way open like this, and just very carefully apply it to this piece right here. You can do this a few different ways to make sure that you have it lined up. But now as we construct our cube here, what we're now going to have to do is connect it on this piece over here, and then one on the bottom, and then that side will be completely sealed up. Then all you have to do is come to the other side and do the exact same thing. Tape it on this side, and then on the bottom, and then we'll have our cube. So spend a little bit of time and then complete all those steps all at once. So after you've taken the time to tape up the sides, you're going to have a nicely crafted purse here with the alternating color covering up all the joints that you taped down. This is what the bottom is going to look like, as you can tell, all the way around because it's connected on all 4 sides. Now what we're going to do is work on the flap that's going to come from the back here and drape all the way over and probably connect on the front here. So we're pretty much going to be making a giant sheet and then trimming it to a little bit of a point, which I showed in my other purse that I showed at the beginning of the tutorial. So let's start by making the flap, which is going to serve for the lid here. So making the lid is a process that you're already familiar with. You're just going to make a giant sheet of tape. I left an extra strip on the bottom here, and what we're going to do now is just connect it to the back of the purse right here. And it's a little hard to see on camera, but I'll show you exactly what it looks like in a second. So we got it connected on the back there, just like that. And this will drape right over the top here. And then to add a little bit of style, we're going to cut it on a triangle here and add a little bit of flap and put some Velcro on it as well. So that pretty much completes the core pieces of the purse. So now let's work on making the features for it, and I'll show you how to do all those. So after a little bit of cutting, we have the triangle piece for the top here, and you can put a little piece of Velcro on here and on here on your purse, and that'll keep the lid closed. To make the pockets, very simple. You just have to cut a few strips, however big you want the pocket, put some sticky sides on the bottom and on the sides, and you can stick that on wherever you want your pocket. Say I want it right there. To make the flap, the triangle flap for the pocket, you're going to follow the exact same instructions you did for the flap of the top, except it's just going to be a lot smaller. For the pen loop over here, you're just going to take 2 strips of tape, stick them together, then connect them to form a loop. You're going to stick that on your purse. 1 strip across will connect it, and then you can slip a whole bunch of pens, and you can make a whole bunch of these depending on how many pens you want to carry outside your purse. So that's pretty much all the features if you want to put on it. Now we're going to zoom out here a little bit, and I'll show you how to make the strap, and I'll show you how to connect that into the purse here. So to make the strap, it's very simple. We're just going to take very long strips of tape here, and we're going to very carefully fold them in half, just like this. And it's a little tricky, so just make sure you do it nice and slowly. You don't want any sticky sides showing. And we're going to do this as many times as we want to create a whole bunch of these strips, and then we're going to easily connect them wherever the strip ends or begins, and then we'll have a very long strap that we can stick into our purse. And I'll show you how to connect it into the purse to make it a little bit sturdy in just a second. So once you have your strap made, make 2 incisions on the side of your purse here. You have one pretty high and one on the lower part. Then you want to come inside your purse and weave the strap here into the inside. And then what you're going to do is take a strip of tape here, and you're just going to connect it to the wall of the purse on the inside here. And this will just add a lot of strength to your purse and make sure that the strap doesn't go anywhere. And obviously when you want to come to the other side and do the exact same thing on the other side of the purse over here, and then you will pretty much have your duct tape purse. So congratulations on making it. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial, and you can make this in any color you want. You can even tamper with the sizes a little bit to make it as big or small as you want. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll catch you guys next time on the channel.